Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. This is your Captain Javis Lewis speaking, and welcome to this wonderful flight that goes into some kind of a lifeless moon sort of landscape. Wonderful to see you all. Bob Sater is here. Hey, Popcorn, I love it. I love it. Good to see you, man. Mr. Brian is here. I'm so glad you're taking care of the couch. Miss Nancy is here. Art, dear Art. Wonderful to see you. And I believe, was that everyone I saw in the chat? Perhaps there's Mr. Dragonate. He's testing things out. Always good to see you. I believe Miss Julia is currently doing some Unreal Engine stuff, so she might be joining us later. Wonderful, wonderful to see you. Hey, tomorrow, just to let you know, something rather massively exciting might well happen. And it is, in fact, probably this time tomorrow I will have probably reached 25,000 subscribers, which is apparently means something. So I'm thinking I'm going to go and do a 25,000 subscriber celebration stream. I don't really know what exactly it'll be, but it's probably something 3D related. So if you'd like to, play around in 3D apps and watch Jade make lots of mistakes, and this is one of those things. Mr. Neville is here. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you all. So I'm really in a very mellow mood today, and I thought I've not tried gaming on this here new PC out, so perhaps we're gonna go and do that with something I've picked up in not so much early access, but during development. I'm a backer of this project because I kind of enjoyed the first game by this developer David Board, and he made a second game. It took him 7 years to do. The first one was Lifeless Planet. It was made in Unity, and this one is a sequel called Lifeless Moon, and something kind of mystical is going to happen, and it's kind of a nice chilled out walking around game. So I believe, I don't really know, so let's check it out. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. I think it's going to happen tomorrow, so maybe it's going to happen during the stream, maybe it's going to happen when we start the stream, but usual time 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you have any ideas how we could celebrate such an occasion? Anything? Any suggestions welcome. And we'll see how it goes. Let's see if I can put this into, what's it called here? This here, big picture mode. That'll be interesting. So let's check it out. Ah, I see. Well, something is playing things back, but audio is happening. Press any button or tap the screen. How about any button? Any button works. To do the thing, I like it. Yes, have fun. Perfect. Let's go do that. Speaking of Steam, by the way, just checking where my... oh, this is it here. There we go. Let's go and mute that. Otherwise, it's going to be Space Invaders, you think? So this should work. Yeah, and we hear things. That's also good. And if it's too loud, let me know. I can make it quieter. Just while we're talking about Steam, have you heard they're releasing a new Steam Deck with OLED display? They're retiring 2 versions that are now on sale. And yeah, we're going to have OLED display bits and pieces. Or something. Or rather. Let me make it kind of this, and then we'll see if that's too loud or too quiet. You let me know if my voice is external controller translation. Right now, Steam Input is translating your external controller for Lifeless Moon. This means you may not see controller glyphs that match your controller. If you know Lifeless Moon has native support for your specific controller, how am I supposed to know that? You can turn off Steam Input in the controller settings for this game. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yes, Steam Deck, heavily reduced by $100. They're going to retire the 512 gigabyte model and replace it with a 1 terabyte model for the same price. Oh yes, look at that. This is working. But maybe the game does support native, things. Let's quit and find out. This is one of the downsides of trying a game out live on air. Properties, controller, PlayStation, override for Lifeless Moon, disable Steam Input. It's one of those things. We can try that out and see if it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But if it does, then it does. So, hey. I remember we played Lifeless Planet on the stream a few years ago. Look at that. It looks like it does work. So let's go have a look at options. Options doesn't... Oh, there we go. options. Resolution, let's make it like massive, like that. Window, nah. Quality, sure. Controls as okay. Does it work? New game, perhaps. That could be it. Let's see if it works. So there might be a bit of reading going on in this game. It's a bit like, you know, reading a book. But let's see what it's like. And if you want me to read these things out, I'm happy to do that. Usually I do, sometimes I don't. Let me know what you prefer. Dozens of test pilots, this is how I would be reading this out. During this time, dozens of test pilots died, sacrificing their lives to help humankind reach for the stars. Similar theme to what we had in the previous one. Made with Unity, by the way. And I believe I have a t-shirt as well that I should have worn for the occasion. I totally didn't do that. What a shame. I do have a t-shirt. Lifeless Moon t-shirt. Seven years in development, my friends. But he's a solo dev. David's a solo dev with a couple of helpers. So there is a lot of stuff to do. And then COVID happened, so... Oh yes. I think I've seen that asset on the desktop. So it looks like gaming in principle works then on this computer. That's really nice. And as a backup option, just in case we don't like it after 20 minutes, I always have the Talos Principle 2 and we can solve some puzzles together. Have you started that game yet, Brian? Talos Principle? I'm thoroughly addicted. I'm in North 2 or 3 at the moment. And it's just very, very exciting. Space friend. Hard to say, is it my controller or is this supposed to be like this? Do you know it is my controller? Okay, good. So that is... that's not good, is it? Right. What are we going to do then? Controller settings. I also have another controller here. Let's go with enable Steam input and see what happens. Mission log, okay. Is that good? I want to be Loris. How's it going? Yeah, this doesn't work the way I had expected, Miss Moneypenny. Let's just go and connect another controller, perhaps. It's always good to have 11 controllers just to play one game. One of them will inevitably work, I guess. Let's just open this brand new Xbox controller, for example. And not connected wirelessly because that only works for 5 minutes, because when the controller goes to sleep you have to buy a new controller, I believe. It's happened to me twice, I tell you. Oh my god, it's Bob Ross's color palette that just fell down. Poor Bob Ross. Also, I don't have a Bluetooth receiver in the studio, as I'd like to call it. Let's just go plug this in here casually. Be with you in a second. And then we plug the other end into here. And then, what do you say? Is it working? Yes! No! Ah, what a shame. Where's the drift coming from? I don't understand. Let's go with quit, shall we? Right? How's your new computer doing, Nate? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. The dreaded problematic run that... Oh, now nothing works. Okay, no, hang on. It's working. It's working. It's working. Continue, perhaps? Oh, nice. That sounds good. That is always fun. Yeah, do that. I've been hacking hardware so much recently. Eventually you get used to it, but it takes days and days. It's unbelievable. I've turned my old workstation into a kind of a render node NAS thing. Do you know anything about storage spaces in Windows 11? Because I don't. I thought you could just create a RAID 5, but no, that's only possible on Windows Server. And not on Windows 11. So they've got this new thing called storage spaces.
Come in. Hello? Hello?
Dude. That's creepy. What happened to him?
Ah, it's so dark down here.
Yes, it is.
How do we get into this crater?
I mean, it is space and stuff.
Look, there's a canyon leading out of the crater.
Interesting. There's a canyon leading out of the crater. I currently don't see it. I remember that was the case in the first game as well. You go and walk for 20 minutes and nothing happens.
This wasn't here before, was it?
No, it wasn't, was it? This here.
No, definitely not.
What is with these disappearing people, I wonder? Is there something to pick up? Horrible things happening, that's right. I am doing great, Nate. Thank you for asking. How is Mr. Nate doing today? I'm so glad we all have new computers. That is... well, some of us have new computers. That is nice.
I've never seen lunar geography like this.
Ah. I haven't either, but then I haven't been to the moon. You mean this, right? That is a bit creepy. Last time we had kind of a hover pack. Whoops. This time we have a notebook. No, it's fine. Go, don't. How do we get the thing away again? This way. Okay, gotcha. Good to hear, Nate. Yeah, there we go. Guessing we can't go over the crater here. Oh, do we hop along here with like platforming and stuff? First hurdle. No, because we don't have a jetpack. Dang. Yes, it's a bit of a mysterious walking simulator. Very much reminds me of the first one, where you're literally left alone on a planet, desolate, nothing there, and all of a sudden you find something that looks like a human settlement. But obviously it can't be, because it's a planet that's so far away from human colonized space. It's kind of an alternate timeline, science fiction-y, but it's also we might not even get out of the crater, you know, that's also possible. Yeah, so we should make games like this. You tell people that there's like 100 levels, but basically it's just this, and you just can't get out, and you just go and let people know, no, you have to try, you know. You will get out somehow. See, this is the way. This is maybe the way up. Up and out. Up and at him. Can I run? Yeah! What a shame. I don't think I can run. Can I? I can't run, I can't fly. Oh, but I have a light on-off switch. Never what's happening in southern Australia today. Oh look, I've made the jump, I made the second jump. This is exciting. Come on, can I make the third jump? Now we're getting somewhere. We could read our notebook, but I'm thinking let's perhaps not do that. Let's have to start again from scratch. I get you. Really now? Well, we'll give it... How long are we going to give it? Until 5:30. Come on, 10 more minutes, and we'll see what it's... We'll see where we are at that point. If we're not out of the crater in 10 minutes, let's play Talos Principle instead. Ah, yes. This is actually exactly what I'm in the mood for today. Just, you know... Whoops. I'm not doing that, by the way. I'm literally just...
Something's really wrong here, partner. Man, I wish you'd talk with me.
Speaking of partner, where are you, partner? Did you know in Unreal Engine you can record these things with take recorder? You can take a game character, walk around, press a button, record that as animation.
Hey, I think I see something up ahead.
Who are these disappearing people? Is that me from another timeline? Oh, hang on.
Oh my god, this can't be real.
On the moon. I am the Time Lord, Nate. That is exactly who I am. You can call me Sir Time Lord. Sir is fine. Wow, look at that!
Something destroyed all the buildings at the edge of town.
Yes, it has. But there are buildings and a road on the moon. Which is... There's a radio station on the moon. Look at that! That is pretty interesting, huh? We did actually get an alpha version of this, so I don't know if there's more to this game, but this is a level that we got as an alpha version about 2 years ago. But it was basically just to look at. It was nothing to play so much. It's interesting hearing what David said about how 7 years ago this type of game was relatively successful, and he got to the front page of Steam on that release. And in 7 years the gaming landscape has changed so much that he was saying this is no longer possible as an indie dev. That is just something you can dream of. So yeah, because about 100 games are released every day on Steam. 100 games coming out every day. Try to stand out from that crowd. Oh, let's follow this exciting little cable here. There's also something flashing in the distance. We should check that out. The Danny DeVito ad. I love it. Oh, it's pages. Is that what we're supposed to collect? I suppose so. Don't remember how that was in the previous game. Oh yeah, I see. You can go and do a bit of reading. I get you. Ooh, is that a ladder going down? Oh yes. Could be. Ooh, we've made it underground. So I think this is playing the 60s or 80s. I don't think the time period was quite mentioned last time. Dang. It's totally locked.
Dr. Emily Watson,
Oh.
research scientist at the Muro Center. On Monday, my engineer suggested revising the power input. Somehow, this small modification initiated a runaway reaction, spawning a teleportation event at much greater scale than we imagined possible.
This reminds me of the Homer Simpson episode where he's working from home and every 10 minutes he has to just type yes on the keyboard, and that's his job. Prevent the stupid gas. That was it? It'd be exciting to get into the vacuum chamber though, wouldn't it? Well, what were they doing here? How come... I mean, I'm not aware of a human colony on the moon. How do we get into this as well? Oops. Yeah, I'm stuck. I can't move anymore. That's a shame, isn't it? Can we anything? Anything? No. That's it? Is that's still working? And then now it's working again. Good stuff. I can't, Nate. I can't deactivate my time powers. I wouldn't dare. We can always play Fortnite, you know. Well, perhaps we'll go back up and see what else this town has to offer. Work on your siesta. Yes, very important. Yes, it must have. I agree. You know, which reminds me, I do actually have a course that I need to watch on Game Dev TV that is about how to make an adventure game, like an action adventure game where you occasionally have to shoot people and all that, but mainly explore and interact with objects and stuff. How to do that in Unreal Engine. That could be an interesting project. I think they're using meta-human characters for that in that course, in that example. Might be nice because I know nothing about meta-humans. Would be good to finally look into it. What are the chances this is connected to where we've just been? Do we have an inventory of some kind? Yes, but it is empty. Hey Meg, how's it going? Good to see you. Long time no see, how's it going? Well, this is interesting. Can we run faster? We cannot. That is a shame. Flight Research Center. Do you know, this reminds me a little bit of how... I mean, maybe this isn't so much a colony as something that's been teleported here. A bit like in Abduction, that sort of idea. Huh. Your farming project sounds exciting. You're still working in Unreal Engine 4, right? Yeah, if you do need a beta tester, do let me know. 4.27, yes. Good version, that. I have so many assets and tools that are only working in 4.27. Huh. Maybe we'll go into the radio station. Let's get a car, let's drive around. Let's not drive around. Okay, fine. But the diner, come on.
We need a key to open this door.
Ah. Yeah, that's a shame. Ride a motorbike instead? Well, but I do wear this huge outfit, so maybe if I wouldn't wear the outfit, I might fit into the truck better, who knows. Are you saying there's something wrong with the scale between the player character and the objects? Like, how's he gonna fit on this, on the staircase here? I mean, I understand it's just a fire escape thing. The normal's okay here. Are they inverted? Nope, they're okay. It's fine. It's fine. Carry on. So, there's a crater with a massive door. We need a key to an office. We need a key to the diner. And we're sort of on the moon. In the 60s or 80s, and there's human buildings and roads here. That's quite interesting. Sadly, there are no keys here. Like, that would be breaking and entering. Maybe the moon cops are gonna come and get me. That would be bad. It's one of those unopenable keys, doors here. Now this looks like something we might potentially be able to climb at one point. Just not right now. I've read reviews that people say they can play this game within 2 hours. It's probably gonna just take me 2 hours to find a key. You'd imagine. There's gotta be a key in the office. Or on the shelf here somewhere? You'd imagine If it's an object you can pick up, there's a little light or something, anything that makes it more, you know, obvious. What happens on the moon stays on the moon. Yes, I did play Lifeless Planet. That must have been about 3 years ago. I think I may have made the stream unlisted, but yeah, I did play that, and that was a very pleasant surprise, I have to say. Yeah, when Epic gave it away for free, quite a few. Good point, Leo. Oh my god, yeah, you're so right. Why do we hear footsteps on the moon? We shouldn't be able to hear that. That's a very good point. Welcome, buddy. How's it going? But there's nothing to pick up here, is there? This also does look like a door. Yeah, I think this is the action button. This is inventory. No keys for you. This is stories and stuff. EVA and docs and things. Yeah, that door is shut. Well. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Find the key, man. Maybe if we wander off into kind of this direction. I haven't found a monolith, but I have a feeling if we look hard enough, we're totally going to come up against somebody. Oh look, I can't go over here. I get you. This is the outer edge of the adventure. This is just like under the dome, isn't it? This is in fact the dome. Dang. Well, maybe there's a door in here. Let's try that, Nancy. I like the idea. It is so true. Wally would actually be great help here. We could just say, Wally, find the key. And then we just wait by the diner, hope they have fresh coffee. Now there were quite a few SUVs. There's also a bit of Z fighting going on here. But only when we're far enough away. It's probably the decal. That could be the decal. Interesting. Maybe the key's in the trash can. Perhaps not. I'll go with Nancy's theory. That is also closed. I didn't hear a noise by the other door, so it could well be that not every door opens. Yeah, those decals, man. David was saying his publisher has offered to have the game ported to consoles, but it requires a slightly newer version of Unity than the one that he's made this with. Yeah, sea fighting. And he's got great trouble just porting this to the newer version of Unity that he needs. It's kind of a minimum version that the console guys want for that to be buildable. Which is such a shame because it means just tons of work for him. I don't think we're going to have any luck with the cars here, Nancy. Good thinking, though. Where else should we look? Like, this door doesn't make a noise. I wonder, we can probably not open that then. Yes. Well, if that was the case, Leo, perhaps I should take off my helmet. I don't think I can dig. It's a good plan, Nate. I don't think I can dig under the dome, but let's try it out. Since I have no idea where else to look, I'm either I didn't find a location that we're supposed to find, or probably press a button that releases a ladder or something. Because I remember the alpha demo that we had, I don't remember much about the story. I don't think that story existed then. It did let us get into the diner. I do remember that. There's a diner interior, but I have no idea how we found anything. Let me go and have a look one more time in the office there. I have a feeling that's probably where we find something. And I'm thinking this ladder here, I have a feeling that's going to come down. Eerie stuff. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Such a shame you can't try these radical things out. You died. We've wiped your save. Oh, okay. Thanks. Let's play a different game. Meg, I might try something tomorrow in Unreal Engine that I've never tried before. Because I'll probably reach 25,000 subscribers tomorrow. So I thought maybe a little celebration stream is in order. And one loose idea that I had, and I remember that not working out last time I tried it, I think for 10,000 subscribers, in Blender, was to build like a very small Rube Goldberg device in Unreal Engine. Well, build it in Blender, bring it into Unreal Engine, and then spawn 25,000 objects into the scene, like, you know, small rocks or balls or something, and then let them go through this thing and fill up a massive container. And then, you know, once it's reached 25,000, we can open the bottom of the container and then everything comes out or something. That would be kind of cool. Do you think? X15, why does that ring a bell, Leo? Somehow that rings a bell, but I don't know why it does that. Why does it do that? We triggered an audio recording when we passed something like, oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's notebook thing. Okay, fine. Well, interact. Let's do that, shall we? Right. No way. The ladder. Well, I mean, what are the chances we're finding a key at the top of the water tower thing? This didn't open, did it? Uh-oh, spooky music. There was a switch. This door was locked up here. There was nothing here. I mean, no. This just looks like it's something, but it isn't anything. Leo, this is the first video game I'm playing on my new PC. So far it's holding up okay. Come on, tower. The tension, man, the tension. Follow the cable. What are we gonna find up there? It doesn't look like a place where we find keys for diners and stuff. Yes. Yes. I can't wait. This is gonna be Big reveal here. How are we gonna... Okay, that is not how we do that. How am I gonna get off the ladder? Vampire Martians, you think? We'll find the light switch. Maybe we're gonna find the lift dome switch. Oh, there we go. Just keep pushing up, Jay. It'll do it automatically. Ladders are always crazy dynamics in every video game. It's always, always difficult. This is well done. If you've ever tried setting up a game character that walks up a ladder, good luck with that. Inventory. What if we picked up a key? No way! A key to what, Miss Moneypenny? Is there like a... No, that's... We don't... We can we not... This just... Does the key say anything? It does not. It's just, you know, key. Why, right? Who would have put that there? Why is it at the top of the water tower? I mean, yes, we understand why, but why, right? And what's the key for? Is this the diner key? Is this the key for this door that makes a noise? Or is this the key for the office? It's apparently the key for this place. Why? I need some coffee. And for good measure, remove helmet. Why? We can learn a lot about writing video games. It's all about atmosphere. Story, what story? Don't worry about it. We'll implement that later. That door looks drawn on, doesn't it? Not that my door, if I ever were to do something like that, would look any different. So I have great respect for people who hang in there and finish a project that actually gets released, you know. Do that first and then criticize. It's a lot of pages to read. There's also a hovering chair here. That's... Correction, a disappearing hovering chair.
Tell me you're seeing this. They're all frozen. Looks like someone gathered up the corpses and brought them in here. Seems like only the research scientists survived the teleportation event.
Teleportation event, so it is like in Abduction then. This whole chunk of Earth has been teleported to the moon or something. Of course no one survived that. Oh yes, is that another key? It is another key, isn't it? Florence's Diner. I have a feeling he feels like he's up there with somebody else, and he still thinks he's communicating with them. I don't know if that guy's still alive, you know?
Alright, I hate to say it's all making sense, but this has got to be related to that huge explosion out in the desert a couple of years ago. They thought an experiment at the research center destroyed half the town and killed a bunch of people, remember?
Oh.
They never found anything except a huge crater in the ground. Well, if my eyes are not deceiving me, the explosion wasn't really an explosion, but some kind of teleportation event that just transported everything to the moon.
Could possibly be. Oh my. Did I just gain weight? I think I just got fatter. I look different than a minute ago. The mesh has changed. I'm totally podgy spaceman now. Why would that happen? That huge explosion a couple of years ago. Gas and grub. Now that's my kind of place. Sadly the pumps haven't been teleported. Let's check out the diner. Maybe they have coffee. They certainly have a bell. You're supposed to get fed after the diner. Oh, okay, so obviously we're also in first-person mode now, are we? No, actually we're not. We can't actually walk. We can't walk anymore? I remember being able to explore this in... Oh, it's like Old Star Mist. So you pick positions where you then go to, like this. Why would you change that? Why not let the player explore this? I'm sure there's a technical reason behind it. It's a bit like the Triangle Diner, isn't it? Just, you know, smaller and cozier. They do have cake, and I think the coffee's over there. Let's go and grab some coffee. Or check out the notice board. New mark record, 1967. Ah. Flow's 2 rules. Flow makes the rules. And number 2, see rule number 1. This week's pie, apple a la mode, my favorite. I think it's supposed to be coffee brewing sound, yes. Please keep the dining area clean. Violators will be put to work in the kitchen. That's bad. Anything else we can pick up here? Your bulletin board. Not Flo's bulletin board. What's on the menu? Boardwalk breakfasts. Bacon and eggs. Ham and cheese omelette. Cloud 9 salads and sides. Well, anything in the trash can? Are there any more keys? Sort of randomly dotted around, perhaps? Well, there's certainly some coffee here. I don't know who made the assets. I have a feeling maybe David made them, or a colleague of his made them. I don't think these are off-the-shelf assets. These are all custom-made. That was it for the diner, really? There's gotta be more to it than we've so far discovered, huh? Oh, really? Coca-Cola collection, that sounds rad. Well, disappointingly, we're all out of keys. You'd imagine also if this is an inventory, you'd click on the item and then you have something, I don't know, that tells you more about it. I can't even make it large, so I can't, if I didn't remember this is something about a mock record in 1967, I wouldn't actually know that. So, all out of keys. All we have now is a photo. What are we gonna do? And where's the coffee, more importantly? You can think if we go back up on the water tower, there's another key for us? What do you think? I can imagine, Neville. There's gotta be something else. A Coca-Cola, they made so much stuff over the years as well. I remember my mom, we had a fuse box in our house when we lived in the in the village, in Germany, and my mom wanted to disguise it because it was this big grey thing. So what she did was she got a poster that fit just on that thing that looked like a vending machine from the 60s. And sadly, it was still just a fuse box, but it looked much more decorative then. So very nice. I like that. Coke vending machine. So was that it? I'm thinking there's got to be more to this, but I just can't see it. Does that key... Can we do anything else with this? I think we've already done that. Does the diner key also fit the office by any chance? It does not. I'm glad we checked. It does not do that. I think you're right. Let's just look at the credits and that's the end of the game. I mean, we have certainly tried. Could it be... Okay, there's one last thing I want to check out. That other little mini crater. Has that door magically opened now as well? I mean, that certainly was sabotaged. But we don't know what it would have done at one point either, so... I'm sure if you take half an hour to read all the 67 little white pages that we've picked up, maybe something might make sense. But... maybe I'll do that another day, huh? Me too, Meg. And I like the mood that the game sets. This was something that was really well done in the first game. Sometimes it's on sale for cheap. It's a very nice, just the mood, how you have this interactive experience where nothing much happens. It's more like watching a movie, and it's a fairly linear event, but the landscapes that you see are just they're very moody. So very, very exciting. So that really attracted me about the first game, because they're ever changing. So I suppose this, I don't know if it's much smaller, if we're gonna get to see something else. Judging by the screenshots, we will, but currently it feels a lot smaller than the first game. Still moody, I do like that, but I think I'm at the end here. Dude, this is difficult, I know. I might skim through the images. Is there something, I mean, since we've picked up, the only other piece of inventory that we have is related to something that broke the Mach record. What are the chances that that is this plane? Is that basically the clue that we're getting? You picked up a picture of an airplane. Here is an airplane. Should something now happen? Allegedly not. Discovered frozen bodies in the school. Can't imagine the pain. Yes, indeed. Suffocation, indeed. Totally correct. Large pipes. Looks like sabotage. Abyss of the unknown. Bunch of my colleagues are scientists, but I don't think any of them explain what an authority is. Light travel, teleportation, can't rule anything out. Staring at it won't make the fact that it's here. I need to investigate, one step at a time. Mission only. Mission is currently off nominal. Crewmate discovered a point light phenomenon. Investigated, missing. I followed and now I am trapped in a deep crater. May have suffered a low suit pressure or low ox event. Vivid delusions. Feel a lot better if I can speak with Capcom. Yes! I agree. Geology notes nothing. EVA. Enter the diner and look for clues. I thought... Oh! EVA objectives. Nice one. So, we're not done with the diner. Gotcha. Well, to the diner, Alice. What else would we possibly find in the diner? Another key, perhaps? I mean, we've heard the coffee. Why haven't we had the coffee yet? I do like the city, though. That's very nice. Florence's diner. What he could do with some of these things, put them on ArtStation, sell them as assets, make some cash back. It's bizarre that we can't explore this. Have we had a look at every of these tables? Yeah, sniff out the coffee. I mean, there's a parcel down here. But I guess unless the thing turns green, there's naught we can do about it. And spooky soundtrack, I have to say. Other end of the bar, anything else here? Oh, look at that! Finally, we get to pick up the menu. But there's nothing we can do about it. This just puts it down. I don't think it puts it into our inventory. No. It does not. Okay, fine. Through the double doors. No, I don't think I can. I'd love to see what the kitchen is like. Do you think that might be the point? That if we can't go through there, we'll find a way through something like the air duct here. Oh, hello. Who are you? I don't think we were introduced. Where did he come from? Hello, I'm Jay. I can take your order.
Commander, you should never have let me fly that day. You knew I wasn't ready.
I might not be the commander he's looking for. The pilot from the map-breaking record thing. Oh, and he leaves a key! How convenient! Control room! Come on! Hey, that is exciting. Let's check out the control room. Here's your guilt trip. Have I gone fatter again? No, I'm my normal self again. My body weight's changing. Oh, it was the other way, wasn't it? Control room with a capital K. Come on. This is going to be great. Indeed. I had to lift the menu for him to show up out of nowhere. How interesting. Curious. quite the trip, this. Yeah, maybe it's still... Maybe I'm still... heightened body weighted. Possible. Maybe it's just the X scale. Okay. The office. Come on. It feels a little bit like one of these old-style text adventures. That's what you had to do back then. Go to one room.
When the chamber reached target pressure, there was an explosion of light.
Was there?
We experienced a severe shockwave that momentarily knocked everyone unconscious. I question my sanity as I say these words. The entire research center and most of the town are no longer located on Earth.
Oh. Oh. Right, I see. So you did the experiment back on Earth. You did something, and you thought, this can't be happening. Next thing you know, you're on the moon. Ooh, okay. See you soon, Meg. This was really nice that you showed up. This was great. Yes, I'm going to try to do something with Unreal Engine tomorrow, if I can. If not, well, we'll keep working on the diner scene, I think, and just populate it with more people. That's always something we can do. Right, Brian, exactly, because apparently, is it true that whatever they put there in the 70s, 60s and 70s, that is still there and there's no dust on it? Is that true? It's going to be great. It's going to be great, Meg. 25,000 subscriber special. Who doesn't want to see that? It's still there, right? I visited an exhibition sometime in late 90s, must have been. Early noughties, that sort of thing, in the Hayward Gallery on the South Bank in London. And they had really large prints from the photos they took on medium format film up there from all the Apollo missions. And one of them was quite fantastic. They were color photos, but everything looked like it was black and white because it's just black and white up there. So one of the astronauts took a photo of his family and put that in the moon dust and then took a picture of that with the surrounding crater, and that was the only bit of color, and that looked really, really cool. And I would imagine that might not look so good anymore because a bit of sun exposure, every photograph without atmosphere, that's gonna look a little bleached out now, I guess. But the photo itself's probably still there, as are their footprints. Isn't that crazy? We should go back in time and introduce them, Brian. Right. I can't help but think maybe this is a code for something. Could that be a code? Something binary? And then we have these buttons here. I could randomly just press them. Oh, there's another thing here. What does that do? Is that the same one? It is, isn't it? I think it's the same one. I can't pick it up, I'm afraid. This is just one of those, it's like the menu, I can only look at it. So these things, they don't make multiple noises. They don't give me a number, so if I hold down the button longer, it just goes and makes more noises here. What does it want to tell us? Oh, there we go. That's exciting. AA and then BB. What does this say? Might be lunar lander. Absolutely, that could be. Me too. Me too. I totally understand these instructions. What are we looking at? These are 6, 12 things, and we have only got 4 buttons, and one relates to A, one relates to B. This doesn't put it into my inventory. So it either just wants to tell me something. I've figured out hundreds of Telos principle puzzles, and I can't make head or tail of this. Really? Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Could be something similar to what we had with the menu. Just pick them up, walk out, and see if something else has changed. Certainly possible. That would be good. Anything? Anything that would make sense as such? No. Is it one of those games where you go, well, Jay, if you haven't been a computer science professor for 30 years, obviously you're not going to understand this. That would be a shame. Maybe do I have anything in my clever book here? Power on computer and enter proper code to open the vacuum chamber. I thought that was what we needed to do. Sadly, we're not entirely sure how to do that. Well, we'll just go die here and hang out in the diner with the ghosts who shouldn't have flown the plane, huh? Yeah, that would make sense, but I can't pick him up. I can only... It's a bit like with the menu in the diner. I can hold it, but then I can only put it down, which is a shame. Like, if one needs to go in the front and one in the back, you'd imagine maybe we'll just put them here. Is that something I can do? Like, put that... Oh, yeah, really? Oh, man, really? So it is possible to move these things then. Man, it's not a code. You just hover and it kind of works. Now that is awesome. This is not the first button. Oh, there we go. Just press it a couple of times and go. That's it. I mean, everything's green and all. I hear rumblings. You are too kind, Nate. Thank you. While you have the solution to this extremely difficult puzzle, how do we open this thing then? Is there something like a code that we would have... that we would have read, perhaps? Emily Watson, she knows. She probably knows about the code. Right. And nothing in the log. They're waiting for you in the test chamber, Gordon. Yes, exactly. A combustible lemon. In the diner, you think? It's gotta be in the diner. We only have 4 buttons, we have 0 clues. How many combinations are there? 16? Easy. If only we knew... Oh, that was it, huh? Why did this work? Well, who knows, it just worked. So let's go into the anti-teleportation climactic what's-it chamber. And we'll see what happens then. But technically, are we gonna go and do another one of those light events?
I don't have time to explain now, but we found a device that could be our way of escape. I'm locking the key to the generator here inside the vacuum chamber. The door should be strong enough to keep him out. You must get to the caves.
Him? Is she talking about the key that we need for the caves? Uh-oh, music intensifies. This is quite fun, just running around in a circle. This is exciting. When life gives you lemons, demand life take the lemons back. Do I already have the key? Did she say she hid it here somewhere? Have I already picked it up? I'm so confused. Oh, yeah, I've got it. Perfect. Generator. Good stuff. Let's generate things. Is this it? Clearly not, right? No, of course not. That's gotta be in the thing where with the cable and whatnot. I feel like we're really getting somewhere now. Demand to see life's manager. That's totally true. There was a really cool trailer for Talos Principle 2 in which GLaDOS plays the game. That I thought was a really fun idea. Check that out if you are into the game. It's into either of the games. Apparently she liked it. Talos Principle 2 is GLaDOS approved. She likes the test chambers and... yeah, she likes it. What a trip. Come on. Let's open that door, go to the generator room. See if there's... another level to the... oh! There isn't! That was not the key. Control room. Generator. If this isn't the generator, do we mean the generator up in the... oh, this here maybe? Is that it? Yes, interact. Right, you put the key in the thing and then the door opens. GLaDOS from Portal, yes. Yes, they brought her back as if she's streaming the video game. It's very, very cool. We should play Portal 2. And Portal 1, in fact. We should play Portal. That would be a great anniversary stream. Let's do that. Forget Unreal Engine. Let's just play Portal. A timeless classic. Makes you wonder why they didn't make more of those. I think those would have been big hits. I was really pleased when they came out with Portal 2 and how much they had added onto it. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, they could have just made endless Portal games. Instead, they made a Steam Deck. God. Possibly different department. I do like my Steam Deck though, by the way. I really like it. Do I like it enough to upgrade to an OLED 1TB version though? I use it mainly as a kind of a games console. And play it on the big TV. That's it! Credits! Game over! Hello Julia, how's it going? The biologist. No, game's not over, it's just another level. So you're joining us for a brand new level that we've now only just got to. People say they've played this game in...
I thought I saw you there for a minute. No.
What? No.
I've lost you again.
Dang.
Look, I don't know if you can see or hear me, but I'm going to scout up ahead. See if there's a way out of these caves.
Scout out ahead. So it took us almost an hour and a half to get through the first level. This looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Creepy caves. Oh, what's happening over here? I remember the first game, large passages, you were just walking around through landscapes like this.
You're going to come across an elevator in a minute or so. There's a generator nearby you can use to power it up.
Who is talking to us, I wonder? Generator, check. Dang! See if we can switch it on. That should enable the elevator, huh? Yes. Good point, Brian. Yes, the same weirdo who puts the key at the top of the water tower. Who would do that and then take the ladder away? I mean, what the? Also, who built this? Just make sure you don't fall through that. I missed the jetpack we had in the previous game. That was very cool.
Whoa! Some weird stuff going on here.
Yes, there is. Like these people that look like me, appearing for a second, and then disappearing and disintegrating again. What's up with that? Oh, what a shame. This is where that jetpack would come in handy. So I don't have a jetpack in this game anymore. Maybe there was one on top of the water tower, huh? Yeah, that's not the strategy, is it? What else could be the strategy then? Aha! Okay. A ring with green light, huh? I wonder if we're gonna meet him. Water tower key guy. Oh, that looks bright. Almost like proper sky. How are we gonna get out of here? Because there's an invisible collision volume right here that doesn't let us get past. Maybe that's not the way out then, huh? Fly, dig, eat, chew, do something! Aha! Oh, do you know this? In the previous game, these things were explosive balls, I think. Were they? I can't remember. Shiny thing that I can carry. Maybe I'll bring it to here. See what happens there. Oh, there we go. What? We may have to read that up in the notebook now. Inside the lunar cave system, I managed to power up the device. When approached, it stunned me with a flash of light. I think somehow the energy release knocked me to the other side of the device, but I still seem to be in the same cave system. Honestly, I can't be sure. I still haven't been able to join up with my crewmate. I've seen him a few times now, and I can hear him over the comms now and again, but it's clear that we're operating in different time states. It appears he is still here with me, but living a few minutes into the future. All right. I can't make sense of any of this. All I can do is try to document what I'm experiencing here. If we don't make it home, at least there will be a record of what happened to us. So could it be that... it's the same cave, but a different time? Obviously, this hasn't gone away or anything. What if we just go back? Maybe the cave looks different now. I mean, he reckons it's a few minutes. What if it's like 100 years? 1,000 years? Millions of years! Unless, you know, if we can't get up here. Okay, fine, we can. That is intriguing though, huh? Also, water dripping on the moon. Yeah, fine. I'll just walk down here. Maybe we'll finally get some service in the diner. Looking forward to a hot cup of coffee. So far, everything seems to be exactly the same. Except I can't ride the elevator down. Well, that's problematic, isn't it? I could just jump, I guess. Yeah, there. Barely hurt. I have to admit, I am intrigued by the lack of explanations of what anything is. Sometimes it's actually quite nice to not explain that and just go and let people guess. Yeah, we just arrived here, didn't we? There's nothing that would bring us back. We've just been teleported here. So it looks like we can't go back this way. Get coffee that way. Dang. No coffee for you. Well, that's good then. That means the solution to this must be at the other end. And why would we power up a device that then doesn't actually do anything? There's got to be more to it than that. Do you think I'll be able to ride the elevator back up? Call it back down so I can ride it back up? Well, we'll find out. The bot ignored you. What happened? Nate, that's terrible. Bot, stop ignoring Nate. It isn't falling for it anymore, that's it. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. I love it that after hundreds of years, technology like that is still at work. Looks like it shouldn't be working, but squeaks a little bit, but it's still in tip-top shape. I think green light is always something we should, you know, check out and stuff. Moon coffee to go with the moon cakes. I love it. Moon cakes. Okay, come on. There's got to be something about this device. Oh, there's a button here. Is it a button? No, it's not a button. It's a thing. It's got a very mist-like quality to it, huh? Guessing that was not the combination. And is this the destination where we're going? If only I could move it, huh? Sebastian! Top of the evening, how you doing? Buttons aren't toys, Jay. Stop playing with the buttons. Sadly, I can't exit this mode anymore, so we're either finding a solution to this puzzle, or that's the end of the game, basically. Doesn't matter where I press this thing. Ideally, this would be pointing at the ball, I guess. I'm doing okay, thank you for asking. I backed this game on Kickstarter when it was in development for the last 7 years, and it's finally been released a couple of months ago, and I thought I'm going to give it a go. I really liked the first one. But I'm somewhat stuck on pretty much every aspect of the game. Is there anything else that lights up when I hover this thing? It does feel a little bit like the 1998 version of Myst, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. So all of a sudden I can move it. There we go. That's awesome. Right. Kickstarter quality from 7 years ago. Check it out. Hey, this was awesome. Oops. Now this, I can see lots of applications for that. Self-building wooden stairs. At the end of which, coffee, of course. I would hope. Oh, ha ha ha. Where will we get out? Will we get out? Lake House, step foot on another world. Seriously? No way. This looks like the Talos Principle 2 now. Is that where we are? Oh man, we haven't accidentally walked into Alan Wake's place, have we?
You read me? Where are we? What is this place?
We still on the moon? Because this doesn't look like the moon anymore. Look, water. I can make ripples and stuff. I feel like I haven't showered in weeks. Let me take a bath. Finally take your helmet off, dude. It's obviously safe now, exactly. Very nice. This does look like Alan Wake's place, isn't it? Be back in 5 minutes. Okay, fine. I'll wait. Look for a tool to remove the boards nailed across the cabin door. Gotcha! We'll see if there's a hardware store around here. Buy a crowbar. Crowbar, there we go again. It'll be at the top of the water tower. That's exactly where that is. Bottom of the lake, maybe? I think maybe a sturdy branch or a guitar. A guitar might do it. My old guitar from my favorite granddaughter. My guitar? Now I can enjoy the music long after I'm gone. Huh. Oh, there we go. Tool shed in the woods. We now have a hammer. If I had a hammer. Huh. What a trip, right? Mom said the key is up their butt and around the corner. Mom, language, there's children watching. That's terrible. Oh, there we go. It just falls right off. All I have to do is threaten it with the hammer and the boards just fall off. I love it. So, oh, it's one of those, we can't explore it. We have to point and then do something. Look for objects to activate the experiment on the desk. No way. Cat. Check. Got a cat photo.
He was here last night.
Him.
His destructive acts are getting really personal now. I found a torn piece of Molly's photo today. I can't find the other pieces. How cruel to tear up a photo of someone's cat. It's the petty act of an insecure bully. But I'm more worried about his recent violent outbursts.
I can put these things into different places. That sounds interesting. So maybe this goes through here or whatnot? Yeah. August 7th, 1972. Finally, progress. This morning I successfully tested the device, TM, by augmenting the input power schema and modifying the copper windings. I was able to induce the resonant frequency in the substrate. Then it was just a matter of adjusting my little array of lenses and mirrors to focus the seed image. I didn't share my colleagues' optimism that we could ever reproduce the technology we first saw on the moon, but despite my skepticism, I was the first one to succeed. Grandpa always said only the toughest minds can answer the hardest questions. I guess in this case he was right. I think mainly, yes, David Baud is his name, and he did most of the work. I think later on he got help by two other guys who helped him with some coding and some tools, but most of the stuff is just by him. Much like the first game as well, Lifeless Planet was pretty much the same setup. That game was a bit larger. How fascinating. Yes, David Baud. Quite the trip. It also goes to show this is how long it takes to make games if you're solo dev. It takes long enough if you're a AAA game studio or a small indie team, but if you're doing it by yourself, I think 5 years is pretty much realistic. Ah, another photo of the cat. Piece of a photo of the cat. I like the curtains. I don't know if he did the assets himself as well, or if he had help with that. He has a Discord server though, you can totally ask him these things. He's just said that he needs to update the project. This was made in Unity. He has to update it to a Unity version slightly higher than the one that this is to bring it to consoles. So that is a plan that his publisher suggested that. And he found a publisher because the first game was a success. So I'm hoping they can replicate this with this game somehow. It certainly isn't for everyone, but I think it's still kind of cool game, kind of very intriguing. That way, maybe. What are we going to do with the cat picture? Oh, there we go, cat picture. Cat's clearly in charge. Do we put that into here? Yes. Ah, yes. Good stuff. Nah, that doesn't go there. Do we maybe... Since there's this cable dangling... Aha! Would you look at that? Perhaps we put that here? And... Whoa, hello! Brought the cat back from a photo! That's not bad. Oops. Cat's in charge! I'll make it both alive and dead at the same time. Cat! Where have you gone? Technically, this is where I want to live. In a house like this, in the middle of nowhere. As long as Amazon can deliver and we have fast internet, we're all good. It's Monique 7. Where are we going, sweetie? Granddaughter?
You should not be here!
I've only just arrived. Guess I should have called. Locate the woman. Sure thing, man. Let's locate the woman. Am I her grandfather? What are the chances? Now we have Stray, that's right. Oh, what's going on here then? Yeah, nothing. Gotcha. It just looked like something was going on here. Guess we'll just follow the casual green light over here. So she knows who I am then. It's a dating sim now. She did look familiar, didn't she? I say definitely Dad's character. Also, she wasn't wearing a spacesuit, so I would imagine we can finally take her helmet off. But then, you know, that might not be defined in the mesh. Woman, let's talk about this.
I bet you're wondering where we are. Think about an artist making a painting. First, she sees it in her mind, right? So, what if there was a system that could take something from the mind of the artist and create the painting on its own?
Like the make art button. We've been dreaming about this for decades, man. Give it to me. I want my mind to turn into things. Follow the woman to the barrier wall. Woman, where you at? Where's the barrier wall? Oh, that could be it. I would love to know that as well, Nancy. We teleported a couple of times, and next thing we know, we're going from the diner on the moon to this idyllic place. Oh, could that be her? Could it be? Oh, what's happening here? This is Mikhail, thank you so much for subscribing. Look, I found a cat. How exciting. Collect them all. But not the woman. Not the woman. One subscriber closer to 25,000. Thank you, I appreciate that. We'll be there by tomorrow, I'm sure. And if not, hey, we'll have to postpone the festivities for another day. Yes, I think so, Nancy. It's gotta be. It's gotta be some kind of some technology that they've invented, discovered. Wow, she can hover. We cannot. How unfair is that? Cat, what's the matter? I can hear you. Who's a good cat? There's a good cat. Cat, I'm totally coming. I'm totally coming. Somehow. Have I missed it? Did it count? Oh, I don't know. It's a bit like a mild version of a David Lynch movie, isn't it? Very, very mild dose of that. Gravity boost, yeah, and I don't have a jetpack. I'm so used to having a jetpack from the old game. Such a shame I don't have that. Discovered a fossil fish skeleton, not unlike those I collected from the Green River Formation back home in Wyoming. This begs a curious question. Is this fossil an actual natural artifact from this world, or is it another illusion? In any case, if I had to guess the species, it looks similar to the Diplophanson for distant relative of a fish like sardines. Gotcha. I like it. Look at him go through water. But where to, my friend, are we going? Maybe she's gone back home? It got stuck behind the lily pads. This here is... hello? Controller disconnection error, sorry. There we go, we're back. Did I ever read that note here? No, I'm totally not allowed. Follow the woman to the barrier wall. That is so rude. That is so rude. All the people with gravity are heavy. I'm totally not allowed to go back in the house. With the drawn on curtains in the texture, that's quite funky. It's another green spot of something. Ah. Now we see a ladder. That wasn't there before. I'm still at a loss to explain my encounter back in the diner. Well, us too, man. My old friend appeared to me in what I assumed was a stress-induced hallucination. But several revelations now suggest there is something more at work. I've learned some of the survivors have experienced similar visions of objects or even other humans materializing before them. I myself have now witnessed several such incidents. Some of the documents I've uncovered suggest there is a physical phenomenon at work. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and what's worrisome is that this technology, or whatever it is, that's been corrupted somehow. There's a talk of a technician who is using the phenomenon to torment the others with false visions. Was I a victim of this hallucination in the diner? I mean, what have you done that people might be punishing you for? Investigate the green activation point. Sure. If only I knew where it was, eh? The green activation point. Let's just hope it's nearby, huh? Because it could be around the corner, it could be miles away. What do I know? Where is this thing? Well, I did get the T-shirt, so I think I got a good deal. You feel free to borrow this at any time. Apparently, it's possible. I demand Jay's money back, but that's very funny. I kind of feel like we're almost at the end. I can't imagine there's more to this once we find the woman. This, I'm thinking, that should perhaps open somehow. Is this it up here? How are we going to get up there? It's like seriously far away, man. Also, I totally want the... Is this it? Oh, there we go. How practical. Well, here it is. When you say investigate, do we just switch on that generator maybe? Power up the generator to activate the device in the ring. Check. Hiya. That was lucky. Find a target object to energize with the ring device. Target object. Well, how about these? How about that? That's green. That might be it. We can only do this in one direction, is it? That's it, this thing goes left and right, that's it? Well, there's not much... Not that many objects I can choose here. And then it goes back. There's got to be more to it than this. Could it be a portable object that we just put like there, maybe? Come on, buddy, you can... Oh, no. What a shame. Do I have anything with me that we could energize? The cat photo, maybe? Oh no! Stand in it, that's a good idea. I was kind of hoping there's an object I can go and just put in front of it, but maybe it's just me. That might be an idea. If only I could make this super difficult jump here. Yay, I've made it. Okay, I'm it. Energize me already. No, that is not how it works. Do I need to walk over there and pick that up? Yeah, oh no, what a shame. Because, I mean, in an ideal world, I would just spin the laser around and energize that. But, of course, that isn't possible. Unless it's another set of hidden stairs here that gets me up there. Somehow. That's these stairs. Are there other stairs? No. No, they're not. Okay. Good. Must be we're still on the moon because, you know, I survived the fall. Green thing on the ground, like this here. This made the stairs materialize. So if we find other things that might be helpful. I feel like there's something we're missing about this device. I can't believe turning it 5 inches to the left and right is the only thing it can do. Why can't we just, you know, move it the other way? Okay, this is as far as it goes to the left. And then it goes to the right, sort of to here. And then it turns around again. What is the point? Go back? Yeah, sure. No worries. Like on the ground this way, you mean? Or... because I think that's where I was. That way, perfect. Will do. This here, now that... oh, no, this is where I picked up the cat. Yeah, this was the cat achievement. Cat achievement for green. Man, can't we just finish this? There's got to be... there better be a really, really exciting twist at the end. This looks like something we need to interact with. Has to be. It's got to be the thing, man. But it isn't. But it isn't, you see. Well, I don't know then. Basically, I have no idea. Cat has left the planet, yes. Yeah, maybe maybe that is the plan. Yeah, fantastic. Come on, you give me... yes! I've done it! Nate, it worked! OMG! Right, and this is the tiny little green thing we're going to pick up and carry over there. And that's totally gonna do vast amounts of stuff with other stuff and stuff. This is gonna be great. Let's just hope I don't have to jump with this. I'm sure as I fall down from a great height, this precious ball is totally going to survive. Alright, watch this. This is going to be amazing. Right, you put that here. No, no, oh, why you did this? Terrible. Don't do that. Hey, no worries. We have time as well as huge amounts of patience with this. Huge amounts of patience. So super carefully putting this thing down here. Don't make it draw. Don't do that. The laser isn't gonna. Oh man. We'll put it in the middle here nicely. Don't chuck it. This could work. Man. This is the equivalent to the crane game in firmament, whatever it's called. You've got to be kidding me. 1 pixel to the wrong direction, is it? Yeah, I get you. No, don't do that. Okay, let me just go pick it up one more time because this is the best part of the game. Trying to position some ball so that it's pixel accurate in a low gravity environment with the fizzle out laser with zero indication of what you're supposed to do. Maybe just put it in the middle here? Will that work? No. Because you can't really accurately place any of these things. Right, it's supposed to go on top of the thing. Now I get it. Slots right into place. I think we've done it. Return to the barrier wall. Sure, no worries. Great, let's just go jump down here. Totally survive. Cry like a woman. Keep on walking to whatever the barrier wall is. You say return there. I have kind of a feeling I've never been there. Is this the barrier wall? Please, let this be the barrier wall. Well, this has certainly turned something on. Oh yeah, okay. Showdown in Saskatchewan. Explore the area outside the barrier. Gotcha. That makes sense. Breakthrough. Find an explosive solution. All right. This thing connects to thingamajig here. There's another ring over here. I mean, Oh, you can't interact with this. That's brutal, isn't it? There's a floppy disk or a pack of cigarettes or something by the floor. Yes, what does the cat have to do with anything? Do we still have the picture of the cat? Yes, we do. We can't really look at it or do anything with it. We also have a hammer. Do you think... Can I pick those up now? Totally can't pick them up. Don't think I can jump all the way over there. Is this heart-shaped? It is a bit, isn't it? A huge experiment. My grandfather often joked that I never had big thoughts. I had enormous thoughts. I guess he's right, because today I've embarked on a truly massive experiment. It occurred to me there's no theoretical limit to the size of the creative events. By scaling up the inputs, I'm also able to scale up the output. Sure, I haven't yet been able to sustain the energy levels long enough, but yesterday there was a brief moment where I was able to excite the hills on the other side of the valley. I'm nervous about what is to come, but I can't stop now. If I succeed at this test, I will attempt to reactivate the portal ring on the mountain. With luck, I can use it to reunite with Dr. Watson. Hopefully she can help me put an end to the madness here. Yes. Yes, I hope so. My paradise is doomed. The shapeshifter. Maybe the woman was the shapeshifter. I was sitting out on the dock today, dangling my toes in the water like I do every afternoon, when suddenly I heard my grandfather's voice behind me. Was that me? Am I the grandfather? Of course I have a habit of talking to him, and I feel like he's with me in so many ways, but this was nothing like that. I heard his actual voice, and then I turned and saw him plain as day. I just stood there staring, and before I could muster a reply, he vanished into the ground in a tangle of vines. On some level, I knew it was the technician. He's become so vile, so hurtful. But for just a moment, I believed the illusion, and now I've been sobbing for the last hour. Am I the technician? Is the woman the technician? A few weeks ago, he created massive walls at the edge of my beautiful world. Worse, every day since, the walls move closer to the cabin. Normally I just fly over the walls, but every time I try that, an invisible and brutal force smashes me to the ground. But there's still some hope. I think I may have discovered a way to redirect the beam through a series of energy rocks. With enough concentration, I believe I can break through this terrible barrier. Well, huh. So the woman is the woman. Great. Oh, that's the part of the dating sim app. I get you. So here's that energy beam that she's redirected through so many rocks. I mean, I guess she's succeeded in smashing through the wall. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Now I'll go over here. Music intensifies. Well, I'm sure if I finagle this a little bit, I'm sure it's going to come back. Hang on. Let me just go and adjust this. Little tweak here. Put that through the other ring. Just a minute. It's got to be a little patient here. Oops, that was it. Bigfoot! How you doing, buddy? Are we gonna run? Are we gonna try to... Oh my god, is he gonna see me?
He's coming. I told you not to be here.
Should we run? I have a feeling we could just talk about this with him. He sounds like a reasonable fella. Explain the scene in the diner to me. Now I've done it. Return to the lake to escape the creature. Okay, gotcha. Just casually jog over here because there's no run fast mode. This, I'm thinking, might actually sell better if you just record the events and then just sell it as a movie. Didn't we see one of those in the previous game? Oh, do you know what? I just remembered. I think this game is a prequel to the other game, technically. Or maybe I've made that up. They're somehow connected. I just forgot the ins and outs. Why is he so grumpy? Use the portal ring to leave the area. Oh, have we just missed the final big event by reading the thing? Oh, man. The scene in the diner was teaching you how to store important keys safely. I've explained this already. The physicists. Oh, okay. Physicist. The game is not over yet. There's another somewhat unrelated desert level that we're going to go through now. Are you guys good playing a little bit more? I have a feeling we're kind of close to the end here. I'm not sure if this warrants a second day. No, this is desolate. In fact, Lifeless Planet was desolate. Don't jump. You've got so much to live for. Are we still on the moon? I'm confused. Oh, good point. Let's have a look at our notebook here. EVA. Explore the desolation area. Gotcha. Chapter 3. Yep, I've explored it. It's desolate. There is active desolation here. Oh, it's a funky little bridge. Maybe I'll take a look over there, huh? Jump! Hiya! No way! Is this the shapeshifter guy?
Looks like a dry ocean bed. Are these whale fossils?
Oh, whale fossils. That's me thinking perhaps it's shapeshifter fossils. Hey, this is basically Subnautica, planet 4546b, when the water levels have gone down dramatically. This is basically the Lost River, isn't it? Wow, can you imagine? Those are your bones. that's huge. Whoa, that's a jump I'm not going to be able to make. Oh, nice. There's an office table or something there. This is great. Something popped into my inventory. I have no idea what it is or how it got there. But we now have a picture. That's good, of the fossil things. This is a... Discovered an abandoned workshop. Well, more like a work area than a real shop. Lots of junk around, but someone left a functioning jetpack here. Finally! I guess they were repairing it. In any case, it seems designed to work with our EVA suits. What a coincidence! Hopefully I can use this to get across the chasm. Well, hopefully indeed. Is it already... Have we got it? Do we need to activate? No, there we go. Perfect. This is insanely radical. Finally got the jetpack. Come on, Chasm Rider. I could do, yes. I was thinking of we can probably switch the lights off here. I might leave the lights on, because that next dark cave probably is gonna lurk. Oh, what's this? A submarine? It is a submarine, isn't it? Traverse the reef platforms using the... Yes, I'm doing that. It's cool. Yeah, it's not a very good jetpack though. Okay, oh yes, I get you. Go from here over to the other side. I don't know if this thing needs to recharge like a No Man's Sky or...
Log 271. Our ability to control the organism is truly remarkable, and only limited now to our imagination. This has presented some rather remarkable results for most of us. However, for one individual in our group, the physiological response has been troubling.
Devastating. That's it? Has been troubling the end? No, don't do that. That's such a shame. Oh, I have to go do this again. And no worries, we're patient people. Do you want to get in for a slow-paced, chill game? And then you find the pace is actually so slow that you think, can we speed it up a little bit? Somehow. The physiological response, yes, it was troubling. That's all we can tell you. It was so super troubling. 10 in my pocket says this isn't gonna work. Oh no, hey! Oh my god, it worked! Ha! Fact! Platforming is the work of the devil.
We can feel it.
What's the number here on close-up? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour?
Everything.
Just trying to organize myself for the grand finale
I
here.
hear more bad news, but now I'm hearing voices. Was that the scientist? How is she talking to us?
Yes, how indeed. Oh, what's happening here? Green stuff. Ah, it's green ball.
There seems to be some kind of energy source in these rocks. I was able to use one to activate that ring-like structure.
That sounds great. Ring-like structure activation procedure. Lemons! So we pop thing in here. Exactly. And then we point a laser at it, right? That was how we caused considerable mayhem before. Yeah. Right. Take whalebone's thing. Put that in here, really? Yes. How did we move this thing again? It sort of happened last time. Or do we need to push buttons first or whatnot? I remember this was a terrible puzzle when we did this in the cave. It made zero sense. I just randomly pressed buttons for 10 minutes and eventually was moving over to here. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Then suddenly, boom, that's exactly how that worked. Man, that's the problem when you're a single developer. You don't work in a team and you don't bounce ideas around. Like then this happened, bizarrely. I don't really know why. In a team, at least there's somebody who says, hey, do you know this puzzle? It sucks, man. Let's not put it in. Let's put something else. If you're solo dev, you think, no, this is awesome. I'm going to show you. This is going to be great. I tell you, this is going to be... This puzzle, man, it's gonna have people in sleepless nights. They're gonna enjoy it. Really? Because maybe they don't. Okay, so that button does that. What does this button do? Does this go? That does that. We don't want to do that. This button does that. That's good. Maybe this button then goes and does this. Oh yes, baby. I think I've worked out the pattern. Each button does a different thing. It's not the same thing. There is method to the madness. Even though my random approach earlier did yield results, so... What do we do now? Return the energy rock to the activation point. Okay. Didn't we just do that? Isn't this the activation point? No, of course not. This is a different point. The activation point is... this? No, that's something else entirely. Activation point. There's also madness to the method. Is this the activation point? No. Don't just unceremoniously chuck that there. This is important stuff. So this, I guess, is also not it, because it just kind of fell out of there. Activation point. Oh, here. Loading answers. Please wait. I think I'm beginning to demand my money back. Please don't make me leave a negative review on the... Oh, hello. That is interesting. Somebody used whale skeletons to put towers up that are unclimbable. Good thing we have that technologically advanced jetpack, huh? I got a t-shirt though. I might wear that tomorrow. Is this gonna work with the jetpack from here to there?
We made a path here. Please hurry.
I've been trying to hurry, milady. I want this game to finish just as much as you do. I should change that message to J is powered by decaf coffee.
We remember the stories. We remember everything.
Is that good or bad? Because, you know, there's two possibilities. We are alone in the universe, or we are not alone in the universe.
Watch out!
Totally watching out.
Crap, what's happening?
You tell me, buddy, you're in the future. I'm in the past. I'm in a different time zone thing. All together. If you're a hard disk, you'd think remembering everything is a good thing. If you're not a hard disk... Oh, structure with cables hanging out. And... I don't know, fridges? Subwoofers? What are they? Stretched low-res textures? Boats, perhaps? With blood splatter? Boats? They are boats. We are on planet 4546b, I tell you. The correct answer was fridges. Please hurry. There's a notebook entry. Jay, look at the notebook. It will tell you shit. Shipworms get their names appropriately from where they are found. They really like making home and wood, eventually destroying it. My brain is struggling to process the detail with which this world has been created. Was there ever really an ocean here? What organism could form itself into these structures, down to the tiny fossils embedded in the terrain? Well, indeed. Find your way out of the dry ocean bed. Gotcha. Hurry! Bring time! You can tell this is dramatic by the music. Imagine this with a chill birds chirping atmosphere. The landscape looks exactly the same, but if you just put nervous music and make it really loud, you know, hey man, this is dramatic. And then when the music stops, you know it's no longer all that dramatic. I guess. Jetpack farts. Oh, notebook entry. Was someone actually on these beaches back on Earth, or did they just hear the story? Either way, this place is painted from memory. Burnt out ships, blood on the sand, a grim museum come to life with the horror of war. If the phenomenon can create scenes like this from someone's memory, what happens when the wrong memory is introduced? What happens when the PTSD manifests? Well... Ooh, structure. Let's check it out. A water tower. What will we find at the top? Well, it was a budget production, so which jetpack sound would we like? Or maybe we'll mix them both together. I should sell that on the Epic Store. $30. Jetpack sound effects. I love it, dude. I'm gonna do that. The Mariana Trench, 10,000 meters deep. There's another tower thing over there. Oh, and there's things over here. Maybe there's another diner. Let's check that out. There's cars as well. Shame we can't drive cars in this game. That'd be really good. Is it... Oh, it's a pier. It's Brighton Pier, isn't it? Frozen yummy yogurt. I could do with one of those. That is very interesting. There's some green stuff over here. What are we doing again? With some effort, I managed to climb out of the lifeless ocean bed. Reached some sort of dried up seashore. There's a derelict boardwalk nearby. I haven't met up with the scientist, but could all this be her handiwork? It seems the work of a troubled mind, but who am I to say? I continue to quest on my own sanity. I keep hoping I'll wake up from this fever dream. Yeah. Same here. Investigate the beach area. Okay, cool. I do like the beach area. Nathan doesn't like his dog grabbed. That's bad. Nathan's dogs are good though. Last time we had them, that must have been many years ago. Oh yes. Come on, this is gotta be. There's gotta be special rocks over here, right? You know, I wish there were. I finally met the lead scientist from the research center. Really? When did you do that? This is her world in every way. Her ability to manipulate the phenomenon has enabled her to utterly transform the environment with her mind. What began as a dry and empty world is now a lush coastal biome teeming with life. Really? Are we looking at the same thing here? Because I don't see teeming with life here anywhere. Just saying. Or at least it appears to be. As real as these transformations seem, they are approximations. In particular, the ocean water does not seem to be an actual fluid. Visually it looks like salt water, but on close inspection it's something far different. I don't think that event has kicked in yet, to be brutally honest. We're getting to the end of this, I'm telling you. I just don't know when. Investigate the beach area. This is actually also a good example if you have 7 ideas that don't fit together at all. Just put them in the same game and say, yeah, it's all a bit of a trippy vision, you know, it's kind of, you know, it all makes sense if you just spin the story hard enough around it. So tell me, how does the abandoned factory in the... Oh, hello, what was that? Oh, what? How did the abandoned factory from the 40s and that country estate and the cyberpunk asset packs that you bought because you liked the look of them, how do they filter into the story? Well, I'll tell you, because, right, there's the thing, and you step into the thing and then you get messages and stuff, and all of a sudden you're like in this other world and all. Again, how does it fit together? Well, it doesn't have to, because it's like my vision. Okay, I got you. I gotta remember that storytelling technique. Just as long as you don't have to ever pitch this idea to somebody who needs to give you money for this. Very important. Side part of the never-ending story, yeah, exactly. Feels like I'm in it. What do you think these towers are supposed to be? Because aliens! And that's gonna be the solution. But we're not gonna tell you because that makes the story so much more exciting. It's like these stories where the main character has amnesia. They're always interesting because you keep asking, so I wonder why he ended up in this situation. And of course, if we tell you, it'll be super boring. Oh, the guy's an accountant. Right. No. It's like, wow. He could be a secret government agent, couldn't he? Why are these people after him? Nah, he's an accountant. He made a mistake with the IRS. It's really that simple. But if you don't know, everything seems exciting. What are we meant to do again? Investigate the beach area. Gotcha. What here have... Lighthouse! Lighthouse, let's go do that. Lighthouse has my name on it. Just casually chilling out and walking over to the lighthouse. That's a good name, Rotunda Sizamore. Oh, I can't get to the beach. Oh, hang on. Let me just go hover over the stretched low-res textures. No, I can't do that. What a shame. What a shame. Follow the seagulls. Where are they again? I can't see the seagulls. I can hear them. And this leads us back into the... That's not the beach, is it? Or is it? I don't think so. I think we came from here. The seagull ghosts are screaming in pain. Yeah, this is not the beach area. Hey, that's a great name for a game, actually. Stretched low-res textures. I'd love to know what's up with these towers here. I mean, since there are so many of them. Well, so many. 2. The sound comes from everywhere. Well, if they say the beach area, this isn't really the beach, is it? This is more like... I don't think there's anything here. I think we've investigated it. And all we found was sand. I think there's nothing here. Do I need to buy the DLC pack with the ending, maybe? I was thinking there's this green path at the top. I wonder if that's at least some kind of indication of where to go. Back to New Jersey Pier, yes. The other tower. The glow... Yes, that's a good idea. I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool if that's where we need to go into? But it is not to be. Like here, they wouldn't have given us this green path here if it wasn't important. Like the glowy thing over there, right? That's what you mean. Do you know there wasn't a green rock though? That was the problem. There wasn't a green rock. That would have been so cool. There was no green rock there. It was just... maybe at that point there wasn't a green rock. Is this glowing green as well? Just checking. Nope, it's a red herring. Is that anything? That box here? I wish we could walk faster, you know. On the cliffside, yeah, I'm totally gonna check it out. This looked kind of semi-interesting. On closer inspection, I can tell it's a piece of... So we don't want to look at that. Yeah, so this broken ring plus whatever the things are over here. Maybe there's something in it. There should be green rocks here. I feel there should be some here. Up-pickable ones. And they totally aren't, and I feel super cheated. Isn't that a shame? Hey, we've tried. They've been stolen by the cat, that's what happened. Cat, come back and give me back my glowing green rocks. This thing's seen better days. Oh, you can walk up there, that's nice. So I suppose then the only area we haven't really investigated is that something in the wall there? No, it just looks like it. It really isn't anything. What's this then? I wish I could say I am near death, for death at least is an end. Yeah. Instead, what looms ahead is an eternity in physical and mental isolation. For weeks, we enjoyed invigorating discussions on physics, philosophy, consciousness, and increasingly more abstract and complex ideas. My words can't begin to describe the substance of our revelations. But suddenly, just as our insights accelerated, the technician became unhinged. The brilliance was still there, but it became a quest for knowledge driven by cruelty. His latest creations have grown erratic and increasingly violent. Shortly, he directed his malice towards me and the others. For the last week, he's been experimenting with a labyrinth of some sort. Just yesterday, he unleashed an attack that rendered me unable to take my human form. What? He said it was in jest, but I'm worried this will soon be my fate. A curse that would be hurt enough for anyone. But after achieving such heights of knowledge and experience, I don't know if I can survive even a day of this torturous imprisonment of the mind. Only a barbaric god could summon the jealous hatred of conflict, such eternal contempt. But I suppose that that is what he has become. He has tasted the tree of knowledge and will have to share it with no one. The labyrinth, huh? Alien poo, you think? Well, oh, okay. And then it just goes and fades out. Gotcha. Is it over? No, then it fades back in, spins us around, and makes squelching noises. What are we doing? Investigate the beach area. Oh, come on. Should we just go run into this and see what happens? Dude, kill me already. I've had enough. Fine, you win. Run. Where are we running to? Maybe one of the towers? Running to the refund button. It's too late for that. Dang. Where are we running to? The beach area. Okay, so like these chip shops and stuff here. Oh no, like the thing here with the green this here, right? That's gotta be it. Because this, I mean, it's got to be something here. Can we go to the house now? Oysters by the sea. Is it still following me? I think it's given up. I think it's... yeah, I don't really know. What? Any suggestions? Welcome. On top of that rock. I don't think so. I think it's not quite high enough. This is my favorite part of the game. It would be ideal if we could just go on top of this somehow. It's terrifying, isn't it, Nancy? I'm so terrified. Or maybe I can get... Can I hit you right on this rock here? We will get into this house, and if it's the last thing I'm doing... No, the invisible collision volume blocks me from doing that. I'm the developer. I put invisible things in the way so that you, player, can't go where you want to go. Yes. I get you, buddy. You win. You got my money. I haven't got anything in return. Go back to Green Glory. Okay, got it. And the monster is not following me anymore. We'll be there in 20 minutes. This is so intense, man. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to sleep. Poor monster, it's totally trapped in the labyrinth. Maybe the monster and I could have hung out, you know? Nope, here he is. Hello, monster. Ooh. Are you getting through metal or are you gonna squelch over it? Oh, do I have to direct him to the green thing? See, he can't go through the terrifying labyrinth. I'll just lead it around. Oh, that's a great idea. Here, buddy. Here, buddy. Now we go over here. No. Come chase after me. Come on, buddy. There's a good boy. Now let's take a right here.
And so, you've come. We never expected a visitor.
What happened to your
Do you
hair?
have any idea of the danger of this place? Do you even know the power here? You see a barren wasteland. I see the ocean resort where I holidayed as a child. I think, and it becomes real.
Well, amazing. That is good for you. Epic, man. Look, and now we see what she thinks or something. Aside from there being water, it still looks like a desolate wasteland, I gotta be brutally honest. But I do like the galactic background here. $90 trillion for everyone in the audience, please. Lady, can you dream that up? Make it unmarked bills. 10s and 20s, please. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? That's it. I'm gonna drown myself now because I've seen enough. Ooh, look at that. Fantastic. Alright, nice water shader. Shame I can't reach the ladder. Underwater Explorer Journey to the Depths. Alright. Well, this certainly looks pretty, I have to say. What are the chances that we can now go into the oyster shack on top of the pier? That would be great. This game gives the term walking simulator a whole new meaning, doesn't it? I'd love to see an option where the game just plays itself and you just watch it doing that. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, it's still closed. What a shame. Alright. Well, this was fun. At least we met the scientists. Guess we're never going to leave this place. And that's okay because, you know, with that, that's quite nice, I gotta say. It's pretty. The magic notebook, what does it say? These guys are better known as giant tube worms. What? It makes sense they would be found by the... No, that's not what we want. Evia, use the ladder to climb into the sea fort. Yeah, but there was no ladder. This, I guess, are these the sea forts here? The thing I always wanted to explore. But is no ladder. Do they mean that one, maybe? Maybe the water kind of propels us higher up? Or can we reach this ladder? I mean... No, because we're on the ground, aren't we? We're never on the... Yeah. Sea fort. How are we going to get on top of that then? Maybe that is what they mean. Before we were less confused. So this is that sea fort, right? How am I going to get up there? Yeah, I meant the rock first and foremost, because I need to climb the rock first before I go on the sea fort. Could it be that there's another, you know, green invisible set of stairs maybe? Or it's from the back? Perhaps? Come on. Yeah, no. That's a shame. Yes, come on. You're gonna make me walk all the way down there so I can come back on. That would be... Because that has to be the sea fort, right? Not that I see a ladder that looks climbable, but maybe there is a way somewhere. Doesn't look like it, does it? Or this? Is this flat enough to walk up? Yes, go watch Chris. Don't watch this. Unsubscribe. Stop watching. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, because this is a little painful. Yes, the invisible collision volume. You cannot ever reach the sea fort. Yet that is the only thing that you're supposed to do. Ah, it's fizzling out. What a shame. Hey, A for effort. I gotta say, A for effort. Parts of this game look really, really good. And I suppose if you put more polish on this, it'd be another 2 years until it was released. So I think the fact that it's actually come out is a really good thing, I gotta say. I gotta say. Yeah, but that sea fort we're not going in. I don't think so. I'll have one last look from the other side. Maybe there's some way up there, even if we have to go back down to where all the boats are. But no, that is also not the case. It means I'd have to go on top of this rock here. That's not doable. It's either there's a third sea fort, or there's going to be some special jetpack that lets me go higher or whatever. This is terrible. This is terrible. What a shame though. And you know, again, thanks for hanging in there with me. I think it was nice to look at. I don't think we'll ever see the end of this game, which is also totally fine. Here's a shot of the two sea forts, neither of which we can climb. Is that the sea fort? Should that be the sea fort? That's not the sea fort, that's a lighthouse, isn't it? Is that really what it says? Use the ladder to climb into the sea fort. A, there's no ladder. The end. The end. Oh well. At least we know how the game would have ended. We go into the sea fort, and then a guy hands us the suitcase with 13 trillion in unmarked bills, and then we go home and have a good life, I guess. Ladder.dll is missing, yes. Oh yeah, you need to buy the ladder, yes. Sadly, that is an extra 50 bucks. Yep, there's no ladder. I mean, there is a ladder, but of course, who could reach it? Can I reach it? Really? I hate shit game mechanics. If it's deliberately made shit that you can't work it out, that's really not my kind of game. Where's the guy with the suitcase and the cash? Man, we've been duped. This is a bit like a TARDIS, isn't it? On the inside, ever so slightly larger than on the outside. Also a completely different structure on the inside than on the outside. Also, there's TV. This is great. So even the monitors pick up what she's thinking. That is quite interesting. Oh, it's another puzzle. Yeah, I think maybe we'll leave that for another day. Maybe, because I think I need to, I don't want to do this anymore. This is great though. We know how to get into the sea fort. I'm super pleased. How do we get into here? How do we get on this rock? Hey, well, who cares? This looks great. And this is going to be the last shot we'll see of this game. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow with my 25,000 subscriber celebration stream with something 3D related. It's going to be exciting. I'll leave this on for the rest of the night, because why not? And, you know, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ta.